The old unsightly crack, ruining the aesthetics of your driveway, garage, or patio. We have all kinds of cracks, big cracks, little cracks. But have no fear, luckily for us, most of these cracks can be treated. Well, maybe not that crack. And that's why I have my sample slab here. We're gonna be doing a crack repair tutorial. Cracks can occur in your concrete from freezing and thawing, ground movement, or improper curing. Either way, this method will be sure to get the job done. So let's pretend this slab is our driveway and this line is the crack. Here are the tools and the products we're gonna need. This is the blade right here that I'm gonna use, and it cuts the crack into a V shape. More open at the top and tapering down towards the bottom. This is what we use on our jobs, and that tool is called an angle grinder. You're also gonna need a respirator, because you don't want to be breathing in concrete dust. The silica is bad for you. And eye protection. We use the TK brand crack repair. There's a part A and there's a part B. So you're going to need this. You're going to need one of these squirt bottles. You're going to need sand. And the sand I got from Home Depot, it's multi-purpose sand. You don't want to use play sand because play sand has moisture in it. And the thing with crack repairs, moisture is bad. You don't want any moisture. 2 separate ladles for each as well. We have a part A and a part B. Because the part A can never touch the part B, because once they do, the molecules start to heat up. When cutting the crack, you want to go directly over it. That way, it creates that nice V shape you want for your product to get down in there. And this is what it looks like after the cut is made. But remember, all cracks are not created equal, so some you may not even have to cut. If that's the case, the same process will be applied, just minus the cutting part. Now we're going to take the vacuum and clean the crack out of any dirt and debris. If this was an actual repair on a real floor, I would always pressure wash after I vacuum the crack. Then you want to let the crack dry. You don't want any moisture in the crack when we're putting in our product. Now we're going to fill it with the filler. There's a part A and a part B. They both used equal parts. So if you use a half cup of A, you want to use a half cup of B, and so on and so forth. You always want to put the part A in first. So you put the part A in, and then you put the part B in, which activates it. Give it a shake, and then go running it down the crack like we're going to demonstrate. And you always want to be wearing latex gloves when working with this product. We'll keep that with that. We'll go and fill it up. And remember, each part is assigned its own separate ladle. And you always want to put the A in before the B. And once the bottle has both parts, you want to make sure you give it a good shake. So we're just putting it in the crack, a little flush. Paint it in there, and then we're taking the sand and going behind that with the sand. Beautiful technique. You can tell Bruce here has been doing it for a long time. And the sand is applied to slow down the flow of the epoxy. Once you mix that B in with the A, you want to make sure that you're working efficiently. You can see how it raises up when it's curing. Alright guys, she's all cured up, nice and hard. So now we're gonna go ahead and grind her flush. This wheel is called a sec wheel, Z-E-C, and they have the diamonds in them as well, just like the grinding blades you'd put on your grinder. And they're great for grinding down cracks flush. You can find them at US Saws. If you don't have a US Saws local to you, you can get them on their website. Or you could get something like this 4-inch grinding blade, which you can find at Home Depot. These are just a little more aggressive, so you have to be a little more cognizant when grinding. This part, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna need our respirator again and our eye protection. When grinding, you always want to wear a respirator, and you want to move the angle grinder in a circular motion. You just go nice and slow, you don't press down too hard, and don't leave it sitting in one spot for too long. Alright, we got her all ground down. And this is why I really recommend going the industrial crack filling route over the off-the-shelf crack fillers at your local stores. It binded perfectly, it gives a really strong hold, and this crack should not give us a problem for a really long time. And stay tuned for the next video as we're gonna coat this thing and make it brand new again. If you guys enjoy the content, please consider subscribing. Thank you and have a great day.